We split off from there, the two of us heading upstairs, but heading towards different rooms. Me to Tyson's room and Sal disappearing into his own to get ready for the pool. After knocking and getting no reply, I eased the door open and stepped inside. Ty? From the lack of response after knocking, I assumed he wasn't in here. But looking around and seeing just how that was the case made me feel like I was doing something bad. Ty was always welcome in my room, but not having permission to do the same felt wrong, even though I was here for good reason. In and out. I'll be quick. That's all. Nice and quick. Not respecting people's boundaries is okay as long as you do it quickly. I slapped my face gently to try and shake the feeling away, so I could focus on my investigation. Ty... The first thing my eyes landed on was a pile of things off to the side that seemed to be collected from around the house. Part of me hoped that he was only borrowing them, but something told me he intended on taking all this home with him. Is he stealing? Oh, was this established at the beginning? I feel like... Rifling through the pile to see what he'd gotten, most of it seemed to be semi-expensive stuff from the games room, plus a couple of smaller trinket things that looked expensive. You just planning on selling all this stuff, or what?
You tell me.
Thanatos?
Fucking Joker-fied rat's back.
In the flesh, or the equivalent is anyway.
No, you were in flesh. That's the whole point. What are you doing here?
I should be asking you the same thing. You looking to put that stuff back or add to the pile?
Neither, but... God, I really should talk to him about this. Stealing's bad. Even though Oswin's dead and murdered hundreds of children.
Glad someone thinks so, but that's not really my business. Now, why are you here?
I was just checking Ty's room.
He's not here, obviously.
I can see that. No idea where he is, though.
Unless he's in this room, nothing else matters to me.
Why is that?
You sure do ask a lot, don't you? If you want to be helpful, you can open that door for me so I can get out.
You got locked in here? You sure do ask a lot, don't you? Like, I drop weird tidbits that are like leading concepts that beg a question, and then I act as annoyed when you ask the question I basically asked you to ask. I'll let you out when I'm done. I just want to make sure there's nothing in here.
Well, if you're trapping me in this room like a cage, at least tell me what you're looking for.
Anything to help me save Tyson from doing what I saw in the vault. Any ideas?
You're asking the wrong rat. I don't have ideas, just commands to fill.
Including all the times you bust out when you're not supposed to?
I might be a machine, but I'm allowed my freedom.
When was it established that he's not supposed to bust out? Is that a rule?
Because his radio, he needs radio signal, doesn't he, to get to live?
Well,
so
yeah,
he can't leave.
He can't leave the mansion, but I think he means like Thanatos not being in the lab, like leaving his designated spot or whatever. But I'm like, Thanatos, I don't think it was ever established that Thanatos has like a space he has to stay in, like rules wise. Like it's against the rules for him to be here or something. I'm like, why? Just because he's odd and people be like, what's up with the rat? Says who? That's mean. I'm entitled to my freedom. Says who? You're a subhuman. Thanatos froze briefly, looking me over and staying perfectly still.
Doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter? I didn't think machines could be free if they're just, you know, computers.
Well, I'm special. You should know that by now.
Yeah, sure. Rolling my eyes, I got down onto the floor and started looking under the bed, covering my nose in fear. in fear of the dust making me sneeze.
What are you looking for now?
Why do you keep asking me that? I told you already.
Maybe I'm just waiting for you to notice it.
I pulled my head out from under the bed and looked around. Was I meant to be noticing something? Aside from the mess Tyson made, it looked just like my room.
Yeah, maybe I'm giving you too much credit.
You are.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to help me
Dave-
figure this out, just be quiet, please.
Dave's kind of dumb, and so is Thanatos. And I
But
hate
Thanatos
that
is
people
smug
think
about
he's
it.
really cool. I'm mad about this.
Fine. I'll wait, if that's how you want to be this time.
People think
That's how you
Thanatos-
wait. Hold up, Thanatos. You really can't give Dave flack for giving you attitude when you are literally an asshole.
Yeah,
what are
he's
you talking
always
about?
an asshole. People think Thanatos is cool.
Yes, in the comments of our videos, people are like, I can't wait for them to meet Thanatos. He's my favorite character. He's so cool. He's my favorite character. He's so interesting. And so far, he's been like the least interesting, most asshole, not cool character in the game.
Weird. That's very strange.
Yeah.
Huh.
People like the cringe Danganronpa rat. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
People think a Joker-fied character is cool. It's not my fault. I can't be held accountable for these people.
Like I played the main character of Small Saga as this like self-aware version of like this like overly edgy grimdark guy, but it's because he's clearly modeled after Guts. But Thanatos is just like very smug while being a literal supercomputer while also being kind of stupid. And it's just like a very strange combo. Let's both leave and rejoin chat real quick just because you're starting to pop. I don't know which one of us it is. This is how Discord works. Blah blah blah, Discord stupid.
Hello, I'm talking.
Talking is good. Alright, let's get back in that game. What do you mean this time?
Have you forgotten? I remember everything from every past iteration. Sometimes you clue in right away, sometimes you don't. Actually, that seems to be the new normal behavior, really.
Come on, Thanatos, I'm just worried about what's going to happen. I'm not some know-everything machine like you are.
It works every time. Alright, I'll help. If only because I have places I need to be.
Works every time?
Is this going to be one of those moments
What
where
works every time?
I guess baiting Dave into asking him the question that Thanatos could just ask, but he's a tsundere, so he refuses to say, hey, do this thing or else. I don't know. This character's incomprehensible.
Does he have weird
wonder if this
rules about what he's allowed to talk about or something?
Yeah, well, he mentioned last time when we were in the garden, he was like,
I can't just give you all the answers, you have to play the game.
or like whatever. And it was stupid because he still ended up just giving us all the answers. So
Yeah, I can't.
I don't
tell
really
what
understand.
I can't tell what his quirk is because he just exposits everything, but he like is frustratingly like off about it, like where he just refuses to talk about it for ages, and then he just says it half the time, or like,
yes.
you have to figure this out yourself. Go check out all your friends. But then we get very little from each interaction with our friends, and then he just explains it all himself anyway. And you're like, wait.
Yeah.
What's going on? And Dave's just not going to interrogate the part where he put the password in and Thanatos said "sucker," like he tricked him. I guess he doesn't remember that because he passed out, but we do. But I don't know. It's like there's so many reasons that he should be pushing back on Thanatos more.
Yep.
I rolled my eyes, sitting back against Ty's bed and looking to Thanatos. So, what am I looking for?
You tell me. Figured out what sets the wolf off yet?
Like what, motherfucker? Ugh.
Only thing I have to go off of is his headaches. That they happen around when he wakes up.
And you started by looking under the bed.
Seems like a good enough thing to start with. If his bed was uncomfortable, he'd have just told me.
No, fair point, but what were you expecting? Some monster under the bed?
Look at it from my perspective. I don't know what causes headaches. I don't know what's happening to Tyson, and neither does he. What else am I meant to do beyond look up when the full moon is? Look up when the full moon is. Do you think this is all being caused by Orlando's jack-off crystal? It's a piece of moonstone.
I don't. Sometimes, Keith, you say things and I just don't want to respond to them.
It happens in proximity to Orlando. Orlando has a conspicuously placed crystal on his character design.
Yes, his jack-off crystal. This is what everyone understands this to be.
This was a widespread joke a decade ago.
Anyway,
you don't remember the JO crystals? You never did hear about this?
I have
the JO
no
crystal necklaces.
Fucking idea what you're talking about.
There are certain circles of people like he did this. He said the thing. There's still people that will immediately think that when they see Orlando just wearing a weird crystal around his neck.
What are we even talking about? Let's just move on. Let's just go, shall we? Can we just continue?
This is why you don't mention internet jokes when you're like with family or whatever, because like they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I thought you were online, Toaster.
I missed this one.
Let me ask you this then. What would you be willing to spend keeping him alive? Or Orlando, for that matter.
Anything.
You never change, do you? Always a self-sacrificing route, but that's just something I'm going to have to work with.
What do you mean?
Say for a moment there's a chance that you can all survive this month. Say that in order for that to happen, someone's going to need to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the premise of the game. Using the vault?
And that's one option. The other option is to be the vault. Motherfucker literally told us he can't tell us things, and he's gonna now say, you can just let me be the vault and I'll tell you. I'm so pissed at this character. I hate this character so much.
Unless he's saying that Dave can do some level of self-sacrifice that's so severe that he literally becomes the vault to save his friends.
Is Dave Thanatos? Wow, poggers.
Like, it feels oddly like they just, like, said, like, it's like they said the true ending. is almost what it feels like. You're actually willing to help? Or are you just messing with me again?
If I wanted to mess with you, I just would. I didn't go showing you your dad's license yesterday for nothing.
But you acted like you didn't know what it was for or meant. Because you keep doing that. You weren't commanded to do it?
Not exactly, but to fulfill my commands, you needed to know your folks were here.
And you can just reason that out.
This ain't my first time doing this, remember? Iterative design at its finest, yeah?
I don't know. The fact that you can just design whatever outcome you want almost makes me wonder if I have a choice in anything.
You have options, always do. I'm just responding to what you do as if we were playing some little game.
And also, I refuse to explain your options. And when you make a choice, I call you a sucker. And don't say why.
Game of chess or whatever, yeah?
So whose turn is it now?
Yours. You found me in Tyson's room. Now you have to decide what happens next.
Well, how did you get in here?
Snuck in. I was just told to be in here. Wasn't needed for anything else today.
Oh wait, so wait, he's stuck in here because he fucking snuck in, not because Tyson threw him in here last time we saw Tyson?
Well, because last time we saw Thanatos, he just ran off.
Yeah. I guess Roswell mentioned he ran away.
Yeah, he was
That's what
being
it was.
handled by Dean, got bit, then he bit Dean, so Roswell carried him off, and he just hung out on Roswell just fine, but then he ran off when they went in the kitchen, and he hasn't
That's
been
not
seen
sus
since
at
then.
all.
So it's just a bit of an odd element.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to parse what he's talking about, because I feel like in this section they started talking a lot about how Thanatos receives commands and he's fulfilling commands, and he's even talking about like, yeah, I don't know, man, I was just told to be in Tyson's room today, wasn't need for anything else, don't know what's up either. And I'm like, told by who? And I'm like, maybe it's because he's the avatar of the vault, but previously they were talking like he is the vault, as in like,
Yeah.
he's not like he's remote controlled by the vault, in that he is literally the vault, like the way that a
Yes.
VR chat avatar is the person that they are the avatar of one-to-one. Like they're not like a secondary thing
Yes.
being commanded by the person. They're technically the
think that
character's
is-
being controlled. But like now he's talking almost like the vault is commanding him around, and the vault is a separate entity. But until now they were talking like they're the same entity. So I'm just confused who the commands are coming from, because
I think
they're
it's
doing
like
the-
a high and low level function of like he is the
Yeah.
vault for all intents and purposes, but like he is still controlled by the programming of the vault, which is like you can't say X thing and you can't do this thing and you need to follow rules. So like he is being transmitted to, sure, he's like a single thread on the vault's CPU, so to speak.
What's throwing me off is that, how do I put this? Like, this game has a problem with unstated assumptions, where like characters just start adopting information without it necessarily being established, and the door is always open to the idea that we missed something. But there's definitely been a few cases where I'm pretty sure suddenly everyone is talking like they know a thing, but we don't know that thing, and it's weird. And in
Yeah.
this case, like Thanatos and Dave talking was the entire last session we played this game. It was hours of that, and
Yeah.
they talked completely differently. They did not talk in this way about his commands or whatever, and now they just are like they know this, and they both understand this element of him, and like Dave isn't like receiving new information about that. He's also talking about it like he knows this dynamic, but we don't know this dynamic, I don't think. Like, so it's like very odd that you just get to a different chapter and the characters are just kind of speaking from a different headspace that we didn't actually like transition to naturally. A bit
Yeah.
akin to like when Sal suddenly knows everything but then doesn't know everything, where I'm like, I don't know. Thanatos and Dave are both talking in terms that aren't congruent with how they were talking yesterday, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And what were you needed for?
I was commanded to be in here. It's my job to try and get what you saw in the vault to happen.
But you were just saying you were willing to help.
Yeah, or I am. It'd be easier to not tell you any of this and send you on your way.
Okay, well, how are you going to get it to happen?
Oh, easy enough. Sure, Oswin told you about how the vault works. Nope.
No, he very much didn't. The Oswin conversation's so frustrating. He's like, I killed 100 children. I have any questions? And then
You
we
good?
and he's like, yeah, we buried. And he's like, yeah, we buried a gun. Anyway, bye. Trauma. Put in word and vision. Put in word
No.
and vision happens if it lines up.
But Oswin didn't tell us that.
No.
Thanatos did.
Yeah, Thanatos told us yesterday. Like, we got this far into the game before we learned how the vault actually works in more concrete terms.
Yeah, but not that. Specifically how it does that.
Because you decide?
God, you're dense. All right, so when a password is flagged, a frequency plays to trip something in your head. Pitched high enough to cause pain in a blackout. Sound familiar?
It
Yes,
causes
this is everything we
pain?
put together on our own yesterday.
I don't remember causing pain, though.
Dave and Tyson got headaches.
Yeah, but did they get headaches beforehand?
I mean, I think it's just all the pain. I think it's just it's once.
Oh, I guess I was thinking of, they're talking about when the password becomes real, and I was thinking of the other blackout, which is when you do the password, which didn't describe pain. You just black out.
I mean, I think the implication there is that blacking out is not a comfortable experience, and that they wake up after with a headache, which they do. And
then the password blackout was also described vaguely enough that we were both convinced for a while that they were going in the vault, but I guess they don't. I think Osmond might have mentioned that. No, definitely not.
Don't gaslight me, game. Write better. Right, well, the room that you put the passwords in has a speaker like the one around my collar. So if I wanted to play anything, I just could. Yeah.
You're making Ty see visions of the vault?
Nope. I just have to make him go nuts. Easy enough done by playing something like,
I suddenly clapped my hands to my ears, yelping. So Thanatos is just actively antagonizing Tyson for fun, basically. What was that?
A toned down version of what I've been playing Tyson. Couldn't hear the real thing because you're not a dog, but imagine hearing that while you're sleeping but unable to wake up. What the fuck? What
Jesus
are you talking
Christ,
about?
Thanatos. My head's already starting to hurt. That was awful.
What can I say? It's effective.
Step on Thanatos.
This character is not interesting. I'm not interested in whatever morality or philosophy he's trying to presuppose, because it's being set up in the least interesting way ever.
So I guess Dave was right in that he was worried that observing the things then causes them to happen, and in a way it does, because Thanatos is just an agent in the world whose job it is to make the thing that the vault said happened happen.
Yeah, he's just running around behind the scenes, like lifting sandbags and pulling curtains and stuff. Like,
it's like maybe Thanatos just did kill Sal or something. But then at that point, it's
he
like,
was the one that shot Benson.
But like, if Thanatos did kill Sal, that's just like, I don't know, the worst answer? Like, it's... Coincidence isn't quite the word because they're here on purpose for other reasons that they don't understand. But it feels like a weird coincidence if a bunch of people are attacking them and then, but this magic vault lets you solve that problem. But like, that's the genre, that's the premise. Like, that's why you get away with this goofy thing, as everyone's getting Final Destination and you can save them with the vault. But if the vault is the one that literally tries to do the kill in the first place, you're just fighting the vault? And you're piggybacking on the vault's visions of what it's trying to do, which it intentionally shows you as a literal game. Like, it's just saying, like, I guess that makes it the most explicitly Zero Escape, in that the vault is literally playing a game with you where it challenges you to save your friends from itself. Mm-hmm. But then that further leads to a thing. See, that gets more confusing because it seems like the premise was that we're more inherently doomed and the vault is our path to salvation, but the vault is what's killing us. But whenever we do get a bad ending and everyone leaves, a bunch of people then die far away from the vault anyway, where Thanatos couldn't have done it, which is just, I'm short-circuiting a little bit here. Like, that's what? Like, wait, what? That's deeply confusing. That's very strange. And it's like, just capture the rat. Just capture the rat is the answer to solving most of your problems. If his job is to make the thing happen in the first place, then just capture the rat, and he's right here.
Just squeeze him until he pops.
Yeah.
You are not morally wrong for doing this. He is literally aggressing you. It is self-defense.
He's attacking you, and he's also not a real living thing. I don't even mean that in like is Data a real person in Star Trek? I mean, like, he's literally just the avatar of the vault. So you're not killing the vault, you're just disabling his fucking his drone that's attacking your friends. Like,
yes,
he's right here and you can defeat him. You put him in a box at least, like, lock him in something. Isn't there a safe somewhere? Like, this just he the equivalent of like how Oswin was like, I'll teach you. I'll finally tell you everything you need to know, Dave, and then didn't tell us anything, and then just said, I killed 1 billion children. I'm a bad guy. Don't listen to me, Dave. I can't be trusted. And then that was the conversation. Thanatos, while locked in a room, is telling us that he's the one that's trying to get Tyson to kill Orlando. And you can just... He can't get out without you letting him out, so... That's a bit of a self-goal. Like,
yeah.
Why the fuck did he do that? Why do the people he talked to keep like self-sabotaging with the way that they talk, but then Dave doesn't respond to that stimuli correctly, and I'm dying in real life. This is the end of me.
I'm gonna pee.
That was so funny for some reason. Alright. BRB toaster.
Keith edits out all of my jokes.
I don't edit out your jokes, you peed, so I stopped the recording. How dare you?
Yep. Uh-huh.
But I have been staring at this while you were gone, where Dave says the smartest thing he says all game. So that's it? I just get rid of you and the problem is solved?
Yes.
Yes, that is the logical response to have to what the fuck Thanatos just said to you.
Yes, but no. None of you still want my help anyway.
Your
I don't
help with
need
what?
your help.
Your help with what? You're the one causing the deaths. I'm listening. That's a weird response, Dave.
My orders were simple. Hide in Tyson's room and make him go nuts on the full moon. Nothing else. Could freely pick the parameters of how I get it done, too.
And you decided playing the sound?
Well, I wasn't about to stick him with a dose of rabies now, was I?
My eyes went to the closed door with a frown. Alright, well he's not... It feels like he's suggesting that he could do that, which I feel like is an additional reason to not let him out of this room. You need to capture this rat if you can stick Tyson with rabies, because that's incurable, and the road's out. Or it's not incurable, it becomes incurable quickly, and the road is out. And the room is soundproofed, which is why no one else heard it.
Got it in one.
And if getting rid of you is out, then I just have to swap rooms with Tyson.
On a technicality, that's not gonna cut it. If you swap rooms, your room just becomes his, and I go hang out over there.
But if he just borrows my room?
I think I'd be fine with that. Can't really say I went against my orders if he just wasn't in his room, can I? Your orders are so dumb. I hate you so much. I hate this character, and I hate everything about him. My patience is wearing very thin.
Literally, you don't even have to borrow or swap or anything. Just let Tyson in your room. Just sleep with Tyson. It's fine. You probably slept in the same bed before. But also, like... So Thanatos is following orders and being a smug little shit about it and antagonizing us. But he's trying to help and find loopholes in his own orders to not kill people. But he sounds like that, but he doesn't act at all like he cares about not killing people. He's annoying. So you're just going to what? Stay in his room and hide?
Yeah, pretty much. Got somewhere I need to be first, but yeah. I'll make my way back in later.
But where? Just under the bed? In a pile of his clothes?
Under the bed works just fine for your room.
So Thanatos was Oz's voice.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You weren't.
Every time you spoke to Oswin while in your room, that was me letting him use my speaker.
Thanatos shook his head, throwing his arms up.
Happy now? I don't want to be holed up in here all day, so open the door already.
Almost. Just one more thing.
What is it now?
Where did you need to go, like after here?
You just need to go have a chat with someone. Nothing more than that.
I could take you myself. Who is it?
None of your business.
It's Roswell.
Not about to answer that, even if you ask nice.
Please?
Points for trying, but no.
Witty please. After some more prodding, I gave up when it was clear Thanatos wasn't going to tell me anything else. When I opened the door to leave, he basically leapt over my foot to stop me from closing him inside. I caught a glimpse of him heading downstairs, but he was completely out of sight by the time I looked over at the railing to the floor below. So Thanatos doesn't have, like, a tunnel system that reaches people's rooms. He has to just come in through the door, and then is just stuck there all night because they closed the door. Which is comical. It's very funny.